Holy
All
smoke.
the way out.
Look at that muscle working. Look at that. Can you see that working? That is awesome.
This is one of those exercises that I don't know how I could do this at home with any other machine.
It's what makes free weights dangerous sometimes. And if Randy had gotten in the car, driven over to the gym and waited on machines and then driven home, it would have taken him 2 hours to do the same thing, right?
Yeah, I probably would have never got out of the house.
Come on, what do you... Sorry.
We better lighten it up and so you can really...
Look how effective it is. His chest is going crazy right there.
This one's mine. You can't have it.
I think they're really sold on it, Randy. Let's show them how they can get one.
BowFlex infomercial in the 90s. Back in the 90s, you had to fill hours of television because back then there was not many channels, there's no streaming, there's no internet, there's no YouTube. And they had to fill like 30 minutes, an hour, pretty much late, like around 11 to 12, and they always fill it with infomercial. Well, that's when they start out having all these infomercial. And you will see these commercials in like infomercial in TBS or WGN. One of the commercials I really loved was BowFlex because for some reason I still remember that because it was kind of funny. Because there's two guys, a guy with the muscle, apparently he's like a vice president of the company. Then there's another guy that's a spokesman, and the guy with the muscle, he's doing his exercise, and the spokesman always like, "This is crazy! Look at that crap!" And there's some cringy one-liners in which like, "Look at that muscle! You can't do this with any other machine, or it's dangerous. That's why freelay is dangerous. You need BowFlex. Hey, if you do this in the gym, it'll take you 2 hours because you gotta drive." You gotta get there, wait for the machine, it will take 2 hours, and then the guy's like, "Hey, if I did that, I would never get out of the house." And I'm thinking, when I was in my 20s, I went to the gym to, not just work out, but socialize. So you want to get out of the house, so you don't want to have BowFlex to stay in the house forever, the rest of your life, right? And then there was one guy trying to do a bench press, and he basically couldn't bench press. They show him struggling, and then the other guy is consulting him, was like, "Damn, I can't do a bench press because BowFlex is a little harder than a regular bench press, right?" And then my favorite line that I never can etch out of my brain was, "Look, his chest is going crazy." That was that one line that I still remember 30 years later. It's like, his chest is going crazy. What do you think, guys? What do you think of this commercials?